Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Ancestor Oracle. I am Leisha, a psychic medium and intuitive counselor, and what I like to call a spiritual DJ. So, the spiritual DJ part of me comes through music, of course, and I get messages from music that I hear, and everything is almost music. I can, look at the sound of a car can be music. The sound of birds are that's clearly music. Everything is music. So I get messages through music, and I get messages through the musical artists that I like to listen to. So today I just like finished completing my room, and I had planned on, which I had already been connecting with. I'm just gonna get right into it. I had already been planned on connecting with Prince's energy because I went to Paisley Park. I mean, you see my shirt. I was all ready to connect with Prince's energy. I was like, I'm gonna do a video for Prince. I'm gonna do a video for Prince, um, which I'm still going to do, and his energy is still here. But I got guided to. It's like, you know what? Just do a soul session. Just do one. I'm like, all right. So I grabbed the first album that I grabbed was Jesus Christ Superstar. I've never listened to that particular album. I know it was a play or some kind of musical or something like that, but I never, honestly, never listened to any of the songs on it. Just the whole Jesus Christ Superstar always like stood out to me, and the Christ Superstar part stands out more than the name Jesus or Jesus, whatever. It's that, I don't know, that Christ. I'm not religious, but it's like that Christ consciousness energy that I feel when I listen to certain artists. I feel like when I would go to church with my mom, I could feel it like through her voice. I feel that through that, to me, that's the spirit of, I don't know, that's my creator, our creator connecting with me through music. So with that being said, I grabbed that was the first album that I grabbed, and then I did some other stuff, and then I came back in and was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab another album. Who wants to come through? So I'm down here looking at my albums. Yeah, albums, not CDs. I wasn't guided to do anything on Spotify. It was like, no, go to your albums. So I go to my albums and I grab this Teddy Pendergrass album. And it's like, Teddy P. And as a kid, and I'm doing it right now. As a kid, I've always read the back of albums. If there's like writing on like these things, whew, child, on the jackets, this is the album jacket. That's what they're called. And if there's writing on any of this stuff, I would always just, yeah, he's blurring in and out. Huh, somebody's big. Okay, let's do it again. He would like to be up there. Anyway, if there's any writing on it, I would always read the back. So I was reading the back from this. And since I went to Paisley Park last weekend, and this whole week, the energy of everybody that's been around me is don't like hide, who you are. Be yourself. Who cares who thinks it's weird? Who cares who doesn't believe? And I always say that, and it's so much easier said than done. But right now, it's like there's really a calling for those of us that have a calling to be themselves. So the first song on here was "You Can't Hide from Yourself." So I'm like, all right, I'll play that. And I played it, and I just wasn't feeling it. And then he's like, all right, play the next one. So I'm gonna play the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna play the next one, and it's called "Somebody Told Me." Here, let me turn it up. Here, we'll just let that play until it's over because it's an album, so you can't like. I gotta actually move the needle to skip it. But yeah. So I'm reading, and I'm also reading the back of this album, and it says, "Search for identity. Everybody has said at one time or another, I just want to be me, me. The mysterious elements that make you who and what and where and when you are. Be true to yourself first. The only way you can begin to solve the mystery of this existence. The truth about purpose. Why is there anything? Why you? Why me? Why anybody? Or anything at this time? There is a divine plan for such a great creation. We are the crown of creation and not meant to be misused any longer. It is time for us, as a unit of creation, to assume the responsibility and character we so naturally desire: peace, mercy, and most of all, progress of all things that are righteous and true. We are part of the Creator, and everywhere we go, there we are. We cannot hide from ourselves any longer. There's a message in the music. Kenneth Gamble. That's who produced this album. And then I played this song, and as soon as it comes on, it already just like gives me chills, because it has a lot of collective meaning, but like for me personally, it has. I like this song. I love this song actually, and the reason I'm thinking back to when, first of all, I didn't know it was a remake until, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. But Jaheim was another soul artist who used that beat for a song called Back Tight, or that, yeah, he used that the beat for a song called Back Tight on his what album is that? Ghetto Fabulous, or one of them albums. I got that CD. Anyway, I love that song Back Tight. And years before, I went, about 10 years ago, around this time, I went through a huge kind of like transformation of just like who I was within myself. I was in a marriage that I wasn't like happy in. I was very, very unhappy. And I ran into somebody that like knew me at a time when I was very happy, and like asked me the simple question, like, don't you know you deserve that? Like, you deserve to be happy. Why are you choosing to be miserable? And at that point, I made a conscious decision to like start doing all the things that made me happy and stop living for everybody else. So I end up leaving my marriage and start doing everything that made me happy. And then you get mixed, and then I'm doing me for a while, and then you get mixed up with somebody else, and it's still hard to like hold on to who you are when you kind of put your all into somebody else. And I've always had like this calling, like to deliver this message from the artist that yes, we are all one, we're all sparks of like their creator, but how this song and this time is like coming full circle for me is absolutely amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's just really crazy how everything is like come together. So that is my little, not little, I know that's just a 10-minute intro of just how my thoughts are going, but I just had to let them flow. And with that being said, hello, Teddy Pendergrass. So I'm going to move this back over here. He's like, yeah, you can just put me right here. I'm like, I'm just talking to a little jacket. Anyway, the back of the album's really cool, too. He wants you to see that. He has, like, amazing, vibrant, beautiful energy. And he's like, somebody told me to deliver this message, and you know who. And I'm itching back here, and I do know who. He's like, he's going to speak collectively. I'm going to turn this down. He says he wants to speak collectively for the soul artists that cannot speak. Not the artists, the producers that cannot speak for themselves, and the sacrifices that the producers make for these artists' voices to live and their creations to live on. The little passage I read at the beginning was from Kenneth Gamble. I don't know if you know, Gamble&Huff was like a dynamic force from Philadelphia who made like the way this is him talking. He's like, the way they could deliver God instrumentally, and then to find that perfect voice to put on top of that, or that perfect pitch to put on top of that, was nothing short of a gift, is what Teddy is saying about Gamble&Huff. Gamble and is it Gamble&Huff? Yeah, Gamble&Huff. McFadden and Whitehead is also a name that's on the back of here. So Gamble&Huff, McFadden and Whitehead. This album, they said they really wanted. This came out what year? 77. Something about, like, they said, like, energetically, this album was, from what Teddy says. I want to call him Theodore, Thea something. He's a flirt. He's like, you call me whatever you want. His energy is very flirtatious and inviting, and it's Teddy P. It's like when he still, like, his energy comes across like that. Oh goodness, what song is this? Better be sure. He's like, yeah. He's like, he said, okay, it's a crucial time right now, and you better be sure that your heart is aligned with your. Yeah, he was like, be sure that your vote is aligned with the true intentions of your heart. He said this time of voting is this election, this energetic push pull fight for good versus evil has really already won. He's like, somebody told me to tell you. Somebody told me to tell you. And you think you know who that is. What we're seeing right now is, like, I was telling somebody this earlier, and probably him coming through. What we're seeing right now is Endgame. Okay? I'm not going to talk about nothing politically. I'm not going to talk about my own political views because it's irrelevant. But I am going to talk about the good versus evil that I feel. And it's always been a spiritual war. This is not like a physical war. It's been a war for your heart. It's been a war for the minds of everybody. And we had been fooled and bamboozled for some years. And honestly, it may not, as bad as it may seem, as I'm getting like chills, as bad as it may seem, it's not. It's like it's so good. Like the energetic shift that happened, I don't know what happened. Like I felt it coming, and then it's like it's here. So the energetic shift that happened is what we're seeing is the end of, like, this evil regime just being pissed that they lost. They're sore losers, is what it is. The devil's a sore loser. And he said, and the devils are anything. Doubt will always be a sore loser. You will always doubt yourself and put your power and strength into others if you don't know who you are. And that's really what it is. It's a struggle to be you, as I was in a struggle to be me. As Kenneth would say, that mysterious element. I think I'm asking him right now. I was like, is he passed over? I think Kenneth Gamble is gone. Like he kind of Aries. I don't know. Maybe in April he passed. I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna look right now. Sorry. I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do this right now. Um, Kenneth Gamble, songwriter. No, he's alive and well. What happened in April then? Is that when you like? Oh, he was born August 11th. April is Huff, the brother or production team. He was born in April. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna like. Okay, he's not. He's alive. Maybe spiritually dead. I don't know. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm sorry. That music was composed at a time when he was spiritually dying, is what Teddy is saying. Okay, buddy. He wants to be back in the interview. Okay, he's back, and I want to turn this up. Okay, so what I just okay, I just turned it up a little bit. I don't know the song, but what I just asked and energetically, I was just thinking, okay, this is kind of getting drawn out. Um, I'm asking, what is something everybody wants to know? The night he was in that accident, yes, he was with somebody else's spouse. Maybe it was the car green? Which all was like, he thought he was like invincible. He thought he was invincible. They tried to take him out then because money. The green, the money, 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 money. He was making money. He was doing his own production. He was paying his own people. And what record company is this? Philly International Records. Philly International Records is connected with mob money, mafia money, something about money, something about money. And he said, I paid for a lot of things to be kept quiet as far as his personal life goes. And he said he kept good on it, they wouldn't keep good on it because they wanted more money. He said he's not a gay man. He's not a homosexual. I don't know if that has, and I'm like supposed to be looking right here when I do this. He's not gay. He's not homosexual. But when you're in the industry, you do things and you take certain things that give you an aversion for different aspects of your personality that you normally wouldn't try to experience if you did not do these things. So it's like cocaine and hallucinogens. He said particularly out of like cocaine. Yeah, it was cocaine. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody in his family or I'm just getting this is what I'm getting energetically. I no disrespect, but that's what I just got. And he's like none taken. That's why I have to keep holding this up. Um and I'm energetically looking. He slept with somebody he shouldn't have. That's what happened. Somebody's spouse, not the person he was with, but he was kind of set up because he slept with somebody's spouse he wasn't supposed to sleep with. Because he keeps showing me like they wanted everything below the waist to not work, but they still needed everything up here to work, so he could still make music, but not fuck, is what he said. Excuse my language. That's crazy. Yeah. So, that accident, things are fishy about that accident. The details that were given to the media, the whole truth wasn't given to the media at all. And there are those that know the truth, and those have made money off of lying about what's true and what's not, is what he says. He also says that he's showing me in this old Ebony magazine that I have, and it's the woman he was married to, I want to say like 1988. She knows the truth of everything. Sorry, I'm putting my album away. She knows the truth of everything because he disclosed it to her. Disclosed it to her. But, yeah, that is our spiritual jam session with Teddy Pendergrass. I hope that was interesting for you guys to watch and listen to. My computer's telling me that my battery's running low, so I'm going to close that here. If there's somebody else y'all want to hear from, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions for Teddy Pendergrass, please put that in the comments too, because it's kind of hard to, you guys don't know, sorry, my forehead's all shiny. Yeah, you guys don't know who I'm, like what I'm asking, and I have to keep saying. So if you got to ask some questions, that works. Anyway, thanks everyone. Bye.